Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Votes and proceeding of Tuesday, 24th October 2023 is hereby approved. Any petition? No petition. The Senate Leader. Point of order, Senator Abamoro.
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. I come under Order 41 and Order 51. By your kind indulgence, Mr. President, I wish to read Order 41.
Go ahead.
Order 41, a matter of urgent public importance. 1, the matter for discussion shall, if possible, be referred to the President of the Senate before commencement of the day's sitting, and the President of the Senate shall refuse to allow the claim unless he is satisfied that the matter is definite and urgent. 2, if the claim is allowed by the President of the Senate and the leave of the Senate is given by at least 1/5 of all the senators, the matter shall stand over till the next legislative day. A senator moving a motion under combined orders 41 and 51 shall ensure that copies of the motion are available for all senators when approval to move the motion is being sought. Number 4, not more than one such motion may be made at the same time, at the same sitting. Mr. President, Order 51. Dispensing with notice. Notice shall not be dispensed with in the case of a motion or in respect of any other proceeding for which notice is required, except with the consent of the President of the Senate and the general assent of the senators present. Mr. President, on the 20th of this month, October, on Saturday precisely, there was an attack on 4 commercial banks in Otukpo and the police command. Mr. President, because of the magnitude of the damage to the institutions and the loss of lives, I come under the combined orders 41 and 51 to create the indulgence of Mr. President and my colleagues to move this motion of urgent national public importance. I so present, Mr. President.
The distinguished senators, Senator Abamoro approached me this morning and told me about what happened in his central zone, which I feel is something that has to be attended to immediately to avoid the occurrence of such an incident, an ugly incident in the future. Is it your wish that we take this matter today? Those in favor, please say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Abamoro, you might wish to read your motion. Sorry, Abamoro, you may wish to read your motion.
It's the microphone that is trying to malfunction. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I remain Abamoro, representing the good people of the Benue South Senatorial District. Mr. President, with your kind indulgence, I present a motion on the Otukpo robbery attack, urgent need for investigation and intervention. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I rise to inform you that on the 20th of October 2023, at about 4:15 p.m., it was Armageddon let loose as men of the underworld invaded Otukpo, the ancestral hometown of the Udoma people, unleashing mayhem in the process. Consequently, the Senate notes with sadness the dastardly attacks on banks and the police command in Otukpo on the 20th of October 2023 by men suspected to be armed robbers, killing about 8 persons, including 4 security personnel. The Senate notes further that the suspected armed robbers operated for over 1 hour with little or no resistance, holding the entire town hostage. The Senate notes once again that in addition to the letting of blood, millions of naira were carted away from the banks and arms and ammunition from the police command. The Senate notes finally that apprehension, tension, panic, and palpable fear envelop Otukpo town right now. Accordingly, the Senate resolves, 1, to urge the Nigerian police and other relevant security agencies to immediately investigate the circumstances surrounding the invasion and the death of innocent persons. 2, the Senate further urges the Nigerian police force and other relevant security agencies to unravel the mystery of lack of intelligence and alertness on the day of invasion. Number 3, the Senate urges the National Emergency Management Agency to, as a matter of urgency, move in to provide relief materials for the rehabilitation of the Otukpo Police Command. And finally, Mr. President, with your kind indulgence, the Senate notes a minute's silence in honor of those who lost their lives in the recent attack in Otukpo. I so move, Mr. President.
Any seconder, please? Senator Manuel Odendi.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Emmanuel Menga Odendi. I represent the people of Benue Northeast Senatorial District. I stand to second the motion as moved by my colleague Abamoru. I so second. And just to add that security is a challenge in Benue State. Bandits have taken over. It's either that they are attacking banks or kidnapping businessmen or attacking farmers in their farm. So this motion is germane and we urge that it be supported. Thank you.
Anyone that is opposed to this motion? Okay, now let's go.
Thank you, Mr. President. Distinguished colleagues, I remain Muhammad Adamu Alero, representing Kebbi Central. Mr. President, these kind of motions are too many. And the real issue is that the police is seriously handicapped. They don't have enough manpower, and at times, equipment are not even available. Even if we move 10,000 motions without equipping the police, without recruiting more policemen, honestly, we will not be able to achieve the desired objectives. So it is now time for us to take a firm stand that the federal government should employ more police personnel in order to meet the manpower gap we have in the country. This happened in October. Last week, there was a similar incident in Kebbi, where bandits came and killed about 30 people in one village called Zogirma. And they took away over 3 women into the bush. And up to now, nothing has been done. When the police commissioner was contacted, he said that they don't have manpower. And I'm sure even the situation or Tulpa is the same thing. So it's now up to us to take a firm stand, like I said, to recruit more personnel. I know there was an attempt to recruit 10,000 personnel 2 years ago. And unfortunately, there was power tussle between the Police Service Commission and the Office of the IG. I hope that power tussle has now been resolved since we now have a new government. So even if we do that, still the manpower is grossly inadequate. We are going to be confronted with a situation where a supplementary appropriation bill will be presented for 2023 budget, and mostly it's on security. So even if we do that, without having enough personnel, we will not be able to achieve anything. So I want my colleagues to lend support to this motion. It is very timely, it is apt, and all of us should support it. Thank you very much.
Senator Jimo Ibrahim, before we go to the prayers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Senate President. My name is Jimo Ibrahim. I represent Ondo South. My distinguished colleague, this is national security matter. And it borders on lives of individuals and security of their properties. This is very, very sad that people are raped easily by criminals, and then of course, they undervalue the importance of life. My contribution to this is that there is need for police to collaborate. To me, it's not about recruiting 1 million police or 10 million police. That will not help. The key issue is equipment, Mr. Senate President. We're in an age now where we talk about artificial intelligence. The police should go beyond the classical policing to contemporary policing. Contemporary days are modern days. Security issues should be discussed with modern phenomena. So my suggestion is that as important as this motion is, and of course the aftermath effect of it, there is need now for security agencies to start collaborative efforts. And sometimes you can even assign certain security dangerous points, Mr. Senate President, to some security institutions that are non-government. I have a PhD in war, so I'm a security person. There's no way government should underestimate what I can do with security system because I studied for 3 years. So what I'm trying to say is that Otukpo should be marked a dangerous zone. The Nigeria police can actually, collaborate with people who are knowledgeable in security matters to help in that area. And lastly, Mr. Senate President, it's very important that the police should start to learn how to collaborate. No police can do this thing alone. We need to equip the police rather than recruiting millions of police. We need to equip them. Some of the DPO offices have nothing with telecommunication. They don't have anything to say. So obviously speaking, it's a big problem. If you go to many DPO offices, they don't even have a car. It's we senators there that donate cars to them. There is need for us to equip the police stations, equip the men of Nigeria police. They are doing an excellent job, but if they don't have equipment, they can't get anything. Where a criminal uses jeep, and then of course the police is pursuing them with a pickup van. That is disastrous. So I want to support this motion. I want to support the debate on the House. I want to also commend the effort of my colleagues who have bought pickup vans for police in their various units to police the state. But I hope to say that the police must be technologically advanced. They must not run away from the innovation of IT, particularly artificial intelligence. The budget should be around equipment of the police, how to buy things that the police need. The budget should not be around personnel. We have enough personnel. Over 500,000 policemen in Nigeria. We have enough, but they don't have the personnel. We need to put money and put budgets around that area.
Now go to the prayers. Prayer 1. Urge the Nigerian police and other relevant security agencies to immediately investigate the circumstance surrounding the invasion and the death of innocent persons. Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Further urge the Nigerian police force and other relevant security agencies to unravel the mystery of lack of intelligence and alertness on the day of invasion. Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Urge the National Emergency Management Agency to, as a matter of urgency, move in to provide relief materials for the rehabilitation of the Otukpo Police Command. This prayer. Is it not the Nigerian police that should do that? No, because the Nigerian police, if you are talking about Nigerian police, right, they have insurance cover on each and every one of them, and they have, I'm sure, a provision in their budget to take care of this kind of situation. But to now invite NEMA to go into these, to help the police. If you are talking about the Otukpo community as a whole, that's a different thing. But asking that NEMA should come in to assist the police, I don't think, maybe you should look at that prayer. Senator, how do you look at it? Chairman's Police Committee, what's your take on this? Do you think you should invite NEMA to come into the affairs of the police? You know, I'm sure you have a provision to take care of this kind of situation, or if those that were killed.
In their budget to cater for the rehabilitation of the police station.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. May you wish to